Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for December 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, Monday through Thursday. Now, for the main readings, I am going to use my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll pull one from my Radley Valentine Guardian Angel cards. I will also pull a card from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for the introduction, which this is, I am going to use my Wade Rider deck, and I will pull one from, I'm going to try to use this a little bit more, The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this and these are general readings. It may or may not resonate for you. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message and try to get out of the way. Now, a couple of things is December 12th. You know, we've been talking a little bit about the 12th through the 21st or even the 22nd as portals, ascensions, more and more of this energy that we just keep feeling. The last introduction I talked about, you know, as we become diamonds, as we become shiny and sparkly, but the pressure comes, you know, the pressure is building and building in order for us to create whatever, however that is created. Now, the other thing that's interesting about December 12th, which is Sunday, at least Central Time, is that there is supposed to be, if not in perfect alignment, there's supposed to be 5 planets in alignment with the moon plus, I think that it's 5 plus the moon plus 2 asteroids. So that's on the 12th. That's when all of this, you know, that's when we're building up to. So this 12th through the 21st through the 22nd is supposed to have this major portal type of energy. You know, a lot of things will be revealed. It does lead us up into that full moon into Gemini. It does lead us into the solstice, you know, which the winter solstice, what is that going to be, the 21st, 22nd, and you know, so we have, there's just a boatload of energies going on right now. So definitely we are in that precursor time, but we are in that 12th through. So this is going to be the, you know, kind of well, this is the 13th, 14th, and 15th, and 16th. Things are happening in the heavens. Things are happening in our energies. Remember, I'm always telling you to stay, you know, to stay light, to keep your thoughts, words positive. We are the light. We, you know, we counter and we, you know, we balance, if you want to even say, or we, you know, if you want to even say, we oppose that dark energy. Okay. And not to say that we don't see that in ourselves, because we do. A lot of what we've gone through has been identifying, seeing, accepting in many ways, and loving our own energies itself, light and dark. So we've been on quite a big journey with all of these things. Hold on a second. Card has fallen. And when they fall, they want to be seen. So we'll take that. And we're going to cut now. Let's see. I will be doing a Capricorn overview of the planetary alignments and such things I think that are important. I am not able to do, so I am putting a little hold on the, it might be, you know, I don't know how long, but it'll be a hold on the longer readings. But I will do the Capricorn overview, okay? That will be coming out in the next, I don't know, in the next 4 or 5 days. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Now remember, this is the introduction. This is kind of the global view. And this is, you know, this is kind of where we are and what we're doing. Many times over, you know, and I've said this before, I'm always thinking, oh, it's going to be henny penny. It's going to be, let's run, run, run. And then we go, oh, look at it. This is going on. This is good. Because remember, what is happening up there, while it does affect us, we do need to live our day-to-day lives. Okay? And we cannot be living in fear. Fear is, you know, as I've said many a times over, fear is the tool of the devil. And, you know, once you start buying into that fear, you know, you're snared. Okay, not to say I'm never afraid, you know, but hand it up. Hand it up. You know, I hand it to my higher power. Okay, let's see what the first card is. The Chariot. Now, anything reversed to me has fast-moving energies. Now this we have is a 7. Sevens is a divine number. Sometimes it's divine intervention. Sometimes it's divine interference. It's kind of like, no, my plan, this is my plan, this is my plan. And the Chariot comes along, or the 7 comes along and says, yeah, but it's not the universe's plan. It's not the source's plan. But the Chariot to me does have fast movement. But the thing about the Chariot is this is one of those times when we're not necessarily in control. Yes, we are in control of certain aspects of our lives. We do have to get up, we do have to get dressed, shower, do whatever it is. There is some things we can control. We can control some of our emotions, but at the same time, the Chariot is saying a lot of things are out of your hands, okay? This is one of the things, take the wheel, Jesus, basically giving it up to you type of energy. Because if you look, there is no, he's in a chariot. He's not holding on to the reins. The reins are what is supposed to guide and take you further. And he's not doing that at all. So there is there is this energy, there is this statement of not necessarily taking control, leaving control to your higher power. He does look very, very confident. He is dressed in some armor, so there is kind of I am protecting myself, but at the same time, there is this energy saying, hey, leaving it up to you. Now, and again, too, whatever your belief system, that's your belief system. So I'm not, I'm just using, when I said take the wheel, Jesus, that is a song. That's a name of a song. I think, Carrie Underwood did that one. Okay, let's see what we have here. Next card is, okay, now, again, reversed, and now we have a 14. So 1, is new starts, new beginnings, take charge type of energy, but which is funny because this one is, yes, you do have to take charge, but at the same time, you have to give it up to higher power. We do have that 4, which is stabilization, which is leadership, which is also organization. There is a balance that's needed. You can look and see, the water is being balanced. The water is being balanced. There's 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. There's balance happening all around. And it is to create a balance. Now, I am getting kind of, I'm seeing that there is a triangle pyramid type on the chest, and all of a sudden it did come to me about sacred geometry. I don't know hardly anything about that, but the words did come. So if there's someone out there that knows more about it, hey, share with me. I do love reading your comments, and I will be answering them on Sunday. It's been a very hectic last couple of months, but I do read your comments. It's just that I have an old phone and it's very hard to answer on my phone. Okay, so remember, watch the numbers. The numbers do have a lot of meaning. So 7, 14. Let's see what this one says. It'd be funny if it's a 21. No, just let's go here. It's not, but it is a 3. Now, 3 has a lot of creativity. There is a lot of power in 3. You say something 3 times, you do something 3 times, creativity, like I said, celebration energy here too. This is the Empress. The Empress has a lot of birthing, has a lot of feminine energy, and in many ways, here you have a very masculine energy, and now you have a very feminine energy, which we all have the feminine and masculine energies. If you ever, testosterone and estrogen, so, we all have that to some balancing. But the Empress has a lot of divine energy, and it's a lot of feminine divine. I do feel a lot of times, especially when it's Mercury retrograde, which it's not, I always feel that there's a lot of karmic resolutions, karmic settlement. There's a lot of benevolence with the Empress. She wants to protect and guide and give abundance too. So there is some very major, remember, these are major arcana cards, so these are very universal cards. These are very high power cards. So I would say something's going on in those heavens. Maybe things are coming to a balance. Maybe this 12 to 21, it's probably more 12 to 21 because, that is the solstice then. This energy is going to be really, maybe this is where we're coming to a better balance. Remember the eclipse season that started, I think, May 2020, and, it ended December 4th, 6th? When was the new moon? Anyway, it ended then, and, of 2021. So we've had a lot of things between those months, and maybe we're coming to, maybe the heavens are opening up and stepping in more for us, okay? Let's see what we have happening going on. And maybe, and this card wants to pop, and maybe there is some balance. And I'm not going to say restored, because that's like we're going back to something. And I'm not saying it's a new normal, because this is something I think we're entering, because we still have that Aquarian energy going on. And one of those planets on the 12th is Uranus. Oh, who knows what's going to happen with that one. But I do feel that we are going into a new dimension, a new ascension type of energy. Okay. Let's hope that it's coming, and that it's, my thing is, I tell you, I don't ask for patience anymore, because I always have to wait. I don't ask for courage. I don't ask, for strength, but I do ask for mercy. Okay, here we go. Last card is the Queen of Fire. Now, interesting energy there. Queens have the underlying energy of water. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Very committed, loving, very much caring type of energy. A lot to do with the Empress. Wants to do the best for her children, for the ones that are for her subjects. But the fire energy, that is our Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We're in Sagittarius season right now. That is bigger. That is flamboyant. That is let's get the party rolling. Let's get the party rocking type of energy. The Queen of Fire, when the Queen of Fire pops up, that's always when it says, fly high, believe in yourself, have confidence, fly high. Okay, so we have something very much in the heavenlies, in the universal energies, in the major arcana. And the Queen, while that's in the minor, it is in the royalty part of that deck. And it's basically have confidence, believe, keep, fly high, and basically just I don't know, do we want to, I said believe in yourself, but, just have confidence. Just know that, that there's a lot going on, and somehow we make it through. Okay? As always we do. Now, take a moment. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, and I will post this as an introduction, and then I will add this to the individual readings, which will start now. Hello, my Tauruses. How are you doing? Well, one of those planets I talked about in the beginning, there is Uranus. You may not be able to see it. You might need a telescope, but Uranus is in that alignment. So let's see what's going to happen with that one. Okay, because Uranus is in Taurus. It'll be there for another, I don't know, it's there until 2024, I think. And, that's always, Uranus is always about expecting the unexpected. Okay, so 3 cards have just plopped out. Interesting with this. Busy stuff, divine guidance, King of Michael, so you're going to have to be real thoughtful and and think things through a lot. So anyway, let's look at this. We have a 5 energy, which is all about change. Change is happening. There is this connection with your higher power. This is Archangel Sandalphon. Elijah in the Old Testament, a great prophet. Sometimes Elijah was a little bit too strict, or I shouldn't say strict, but he comes off a little bit too, to following the rules a little bit. So that is the hierarchy, the Hierophant energy here, which, I'm always a little bit kind of like, oh, do I really want to follow the Hierophant? The Hierophant is very much rule oriented, very about religious rules, government rules, social norms, social rules, all about the rules. It is always about the rules. And the thing is, the rules aren't always what higher power wants us to be concentrating on. Okay? Because these are man-made rules. And that's what really gets me with this card, or gets me with the Hierophant, is this is all about man-made rules. So I kind of go to that King of Michael. King is, King's underlying energy is air, Michael is air, so this is very air, thinking things through. There's a lot of that, Jupiter is in Aquarius. There's a lot of Aquarius energy. Saturn is in Aquarius, and it will be there for another year. And that's a lot of look at things carefully, see the reality under the illusion type of energy there too. And it's also Gemini and Libra. Again, thought processes, making plans, seeing things, really seeing things for the truth of what it is, okay? So the divine guidance, 5, there is some changes happening. There could be some changes in how you're looking at stuff. You have been generating a lot of motion in your chart, or not your chart, in your, in what we've been doing for your reading. You are moving. It's just kind of like, it's again, looking at, again, that Saturn in Aquarius energy here. But divine guidance, I do like this this card's message a lot better than I like the Hierophant, because it does have a little bit more positivity to it. Okay, so the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. It's kind of like, what you're doing isn't working, so maybe you need to, you need to do something else. Now, I'm not saying this is your job, your career. I'm not saying this is your aspirations at all. It's just how you're doing it. You may need to do something you may need to change something, because what is it? If I say this, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. So if that's not working for you, you need some changes, okay? So the King of Michael, I told you, has a lot of wisdom, has a lot of thinking, has a lot of really contemplating type of stuff, kind of sees what is really going on in this world or in your world, okay? And says, okay, what are we going to do about this? What changes are we going to go? I am being called back to that Chariot that's in the introduction. So, a lot of times there's like, hey, all I can do is I can just go along with the ride. But the King of Michael and the 8 of Gabriel does have a little bit of hands-on energy here. Okay, so principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. Reversed, here we go. 8 of Gabriel. So now we have a 5, we have an 8, or we have an 8 and a 5. Sometimes the numbers reverse themselves. Remember that. 8's unlimited opportunities, possibilities. Gabriel is our fire energy. We are in Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, passionate, very burning, very consuming type of energy. 8 of Gabriel has a lot of activity going on. A lot of, once you make whatever this decision is, whatever the changes that you're making, whatever the kind of like, you know what, these aren't, these might be rules, but they're not necessarily, the rules I need to be following. They might be your rules, but they're not necessarily my rules. They're not necessarily higher powers rules. So I don't know, I get this very rule-oriented thing, and you know this, because you watched me, you know that darn old Hierophant is always about the rules. So the 8 of Gabriel is kind of like, once you make a little change, things start clicking. Maybe it's, and it could just be the social graces, the social norms, okay? I'm not talking about, doing anything against the law, okay? Or against the hard and fast. I'm not talking about that. It's just it's just people tend to just say, well, this is why you do it, because we always do it this way. Well, it's kind of like, well, maybe we're not going to do it this way this time around. But think things through. And once you make that little change, I'm kind of getting that butterfly effect. I'm kind of getting the string theory type of energy. It's once you kind of, I'm kind of even seeing the strands of fate in the tapestry. And once you pull the strand, the whole thing changes, okay? So this is that energy I'm feeling for you. So, it's like, I don't know, are you changing fate, or are we going back to the introduction? Because there was the Empress there, the Temperance card, and then what was the other card? There was another major arcana card there too. But, are you making some changes in making some changes that it's kind of like, we all have kind of the string theory. We all have these choices, and even though the divine interference, the divine, the chariot, that was it, or the divine, the divine, okay, take me away. It just has, we make a little switch, a little change, and then our future changes with it. Okay? Who needed that one? Oh my gosh, we got into some stuff. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So there's a lot of things with the communication here. So it is, express yourself, be who you are. But again, there is a lot of communication going on, a lot of speaking with this too. Okay, let's go on here. Yeah, that darn old Hierophant. Anyway, let's see what we've got going. And I know a couple of Tauruses that get the Hierophant all the time. Okay, shout out to you guys. And wait, because you know who you are. Here we are. Guardian angels is embrace those around you. Oh my goodness. So, 5, 5. Hierophant, Hierophant. 8, I'm sorry, 5, 8, 5. You can reverse them too, but what's the difference? But embrace those around you. I do like this message. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions. This is where I think you're at. Or your heart may long to try out new ideas. Wow. Wow. Interesting for my Tauruses. Try new ideas. I like that one. I think we're gonna put that as the title of this one. How's that? Because I think that's important for you. And then once you start thinking of them and trying them, things happen. Things happen. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy for my Tauruses will be helpful to get you through this. Blue calcite. I don't have that with me. Or on my desk right here. Soothing, which is good. Inner peace. Universal perspective. So I really do think you need to go back to the introduction just from that. Strong memory. Well, that is one thing about my Tauruses. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Try something new. My Tauruses. Okay, take a breath. We get through this, You support me, I support you. Okay. Take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you're not getting any notifications, unclick the bell, click on it again. As always, my Tauruses, most importantly, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.